Honey, I'm home. I left home. Alright, so we're back outside where everything sucks and is dangerous, so... Oh, it's another will-o-wisp. How are there so many bad guys here? Let's see, maybe I'll wait for him to approach instead of... Combat has started for Kana. Here comes the wisp. Everyone make a mess of that wisp. Blammo! Just everyone hit it really hard with your attacks. Let's try not to hurt each other. Oh, and there we go. Let's look at the exact effect that happened there. Will-o-wisp engaged Garrix in melee. Engaged Edar in melee. Oh yeah. Will-o-wisp grazes Kana for 2 shock damage with the additional effect of being confused. So that confusion is what makes them attack their allies. And that's not a good state to be in. But the will-o-wisp itself should be going down pretty soon here, and one confused guy probably won't be too big of a deal. So let's just try to wail on this guy. He's about to go down in a second here. And Kana's not confused anymore. Target destroyed. It paused the game twice for the target destroyed, even though it's just one enemy. Interesting. Oh, I lost my selection of Kana. Reselect him. There we go. More will-o-wisp materials.
Got it.
See, when they're in smaller groups, pretty manageable. It's the big groups that are scary. Have to be careful about that stuff.
Leave our village! We've done nothing to you! You can't do this!
Spectral smoke churns all around you. At first, you can see nothing except the haze, but gradually you make out the wizened, hunched shape of an old elven man. His face and bone-thin arms are smeared with paint. You can't do this. He shakes his head, spitting the words at you. Do what?
This is our village, our home! The Nine Claws have lived here almost 50 generations. We were here long before your kind brought war to our lands. You can't just burn it all!
You can't tell whether he's squinting through the smoke or scowling at you.
Have mercy, soldier! Our warriors have all gone! You can't burn us all because of them!
After a pause, he draws back and gapes at you in horror, seemingly in response to something you didn't say, but illusory tongues of flame flicker at the corners of your vision. So, I think he might not actually be talking to us. He may be someone who died here in the past, maybe in whatever caused this place to look the way it does now, and it's like a recording. He reaches out to you and opens his mouth to say something, but all that emerges is a series of violent coughs. He falls to his knees, choking on the thickening smoke. Flames overtake the vision as you back away. So, things ended well for him. Alright. Nice talk, buddy. Oh, what are you? You're a small flame blight. Well, how do you fight a flame blight? I would think water attack, but I can't think of any water abilities I necessarily have. So, select all attack? See how things proceed from here? I don't necessarily... Oh, this is gonna be dangerous. Let's try to kill it as fast... Oh, at least they're not very hardy. That's a good sign. Oops, I changed targets too fast. Uh-oh. When a character's health bar begins flashing red, it's a sign they may be maimed or killed. Rest at an inn or use camping supplies to fully restore health. So we need to heal up our tank, or we're going to die here. We might have to camp here in town. If health reaches 0, the character will immediately drop. Depending on difficulty settings, the character will either be maimed or killed. A maimed character suffers severe combat penalties and will die if they take additional damage. Killed characters are just dead, and in Pillar of Eternity, there is no coming back. So we're going by, even though we have character personalities and storylines going on here, a dead character's dead. So we're still going by XCOM rules. So that's some hardcore right there. We killed the wisp, right? Oh wait, I'm at the text screen, combat screen. All right, the flame blight's dead. Everyone focus on this blight. If I need to, I'm gonna tell Edar to back off because we could be in some trouble here. I'll keep an eye on his hit points. Come on. Alright, success. He didn't really lose any more hit points. So we may have to rest here because he's taking some real hits here. And I don't really know any way of healing him outside of just resting. I think there might be some health recovery capabilities somewhere in the game, but I don't think I currently have them. This bright little flame leaps and sparks with magical energy. Take a look at our priest abilities really quick, just to remind ourselves, because if anyone's going to have the ability to heal, it might be him. Let's see, Armor of Faith, damage reduction, blessing, accuracy. I need to use Armor of Faith more often to keep us more safe. Oh wait, no I can't, because there's no more uses left. I already reused it up immediately. So yeah, this is not necessarily worth looking for because I know it won't work anyway, but minor endurance, there's an endurance rejuvenating thing. Concentration and will. Yeah, none of his abilities specifically are health regenerators. So as far as I know, the only way to recover health is to camp, and yeah, our tank's in trouble, so I'm going to go for it. Hopefully we won't get ambushed here. I don't know how likely that is. I may need to start saving money for more camping supplies. I don't know how much they cost. Please don't kill us as we camp, because that would be really unfortunate. 8 hours have passed. Now it's nighttime. Is that worse? That might be worse.
Yeah.
There's a doorway that appears to be the entrance to the castle, right? Where we might... Yeah. That's likely where we're trying to go. Let's check it out. Oh, it says no. Oh, no. Never mind. I was clicking the wrong spot. Addendum added, the Old Watcher. Kadua is impressive in size but little else. Already read that. The keep seems abandoned. There are spirits here, as there were in Gilded Vale. Creatures, too. It seems I will have to explore further if I'm to find answers. And we have a new quest for... Oh, Time and Tide. Kanarua, an Amawa from the northern lands of Rautai, has come to the Deerwood in search of a sacred text, the Tanvi Ora Toha, or Book of Virtues. After a long year's search, he believes that he has tracked the text to a tablet buried within the ruins beneath the keep of Kadua. He is eager to explore the ruins and has asked for my assistance in doing so. Until then, he seems happy enough to accompany in my travels, though he has sheepishly admitted that this is in part due to his being pursued by mysterious assailants. Kanarua has been waiting outside the gates of the keep, hoping to find assistance in crossing this infested bailey. He believes that Merewald may provide him with answers concerning the tablet he is searching for, or it seems we both seek this Old Watcher. So we're now inside,
No problem.
for better or for worse.
Well,
Well, that's unusual, he says, as we get attacked again, like always.
That's, unusual.
Hey guys. So we have a shadow and a phantom right off the bat. Maybe let them approach. There we go. Oh, there's a lot of them too. That's not ideal. I have to split up my tanks a bit. The wolf's going to assist Kana because Kana's less capable in this situation, I think. I'm going to tell Durance to... Let's see. Durance is going to get near the center of the fight and get ready to do an AoE buff on people.
How may I help?
Going to tell my ranged character to... We're going to tell our two ranged characters to focus fire on the shadow, I think. Alright, so... Durance, use your buff on everybody. There we go. That should help the party out. And we're taking hits. Let's get Durance to back off because he's taking hit. Oh god, he's taking a lot of hits. Low endurance for Kana. We're in trouble. We're in trouble. So 2 shadows and 2 phantoms, and my party's going down faster than theirs
How
are.
may I help?
Let's see. Oh, my spells are back. Let's see. Probably want to try to use Ghost Blades. What is the AoE of this? I'm not in range, so I want to get closer first.
eh?
We'll tell my character to hobble someone if at all possible, but I don't know if that's an option really. I'm gonna hope that I can get close enough. Let's see, I can use my abilities yet again on this character. So it varies a bit. Let's go for Armor of Faith to keep our characters in a better condition, hopefully. If I can, we'll tell Edar to try to knock down his opponent. I don't think that's really... I'm not sure if that's an option, but we should try to. And this character hasn't really had much chance to do any chanting because this fight's just barely started, so I can't really do any abilities with him yet.
Yes.
I'm going to try to approach and use my knives attack on these guys. Hey everybody, how's it going? Nice to meet you all. I hope you all fucking choke and die. I really hope this doesn't hurt allies. Damage and hobbled. I'm not clear on whether or not it affects allies or not. I guess we might find out the hard way right here. Hey guys. Oh, Canna's knocked out. That's not good. And now we have... Durance is dead? No, he's not. You keep saying people are dead when they're not. It's just they run out of endurance, unfortunately. He ran out of his endurance. Thankfully, he apparently got off his protective spell, though, because now our characters have 4 damage reduction. Okay. Phantom hits Edar. Eloth killed Shadow with Ghost Blades. He casted Ghost Blades, killed Shadow. He did 6 hits. 20 experience. We just gained 75% bestiary progress on the Shadow, so even more experience earned. It's not saying Ghost Blades killed anybody else yet, so that's a good sign. Any new information about Ghost Blades? Let's see. Edar's taking damage. He's getting stunned. Garrix is getting no effect. That Ghost Blades did not seem to be very effective. It only hit 1 guy. Huh. Can I follow it up with something else? Or just more Ghost Blades, perhaps? Let's see. Let's try to reduce our targets. Is it a single target? This is a single target. I think this one's an AoE. Let's try to daze our opponents if we can, because things are not going great right now. We only have 1 melee character left, and that's not a good place to be in. I may have to use my AoE and see if that works for my main character. We'll try to approach. And cast. Peril, Crucible of the Soul. That hit nothing. That was pointless, apparently. Alright, so... How's their party doing? Okay, this Shadow's about to go down, so let's fire on him next.
Yes.
Have we successfully dazed these characters? Eloth casts Archimir's Dazzling Lights. 2 grays and 1 hit. Shadow grazes Garrix and dazes him. I don't think that my Dazzling Light worked particularly, but if we can get this Shadow down, we're in good shape. See, Garrix is currently engaged with the Shadow. Oops. Garrix is engaged with the Shadow. Peril should back off a little bit because of his damage bonus. Edar's getting low on endurance. Make sure that Peril's focused on the Shadow. Did Edar just go down? Edar just got knocked out. So all that we have left is Aloth now. This is a bad position to be in. Aloth, try to do another AoE on these guys, please. Oh god, get it off. Get it off, get it off, get it off. Alright, now Garrix is low on endurance. Alright, we still have the wolf. And Aloth killed... for a second there... Oh, Aloth knocked out Garrix. Okay, so... How's Garrix doing on health? Still doing fine. Is my animal immune to damage? So it looks like my attack does hurt allies then. So at least now I have an answer, finally. Ghost Blaze does 3 grazes, 1 hit, and 1 crit. Who's the crit on? Looks like the crit is against... I hope it's not... I hope it wasn't on Garrix, our ally. So we do have to worry about AoE hitting allies. This is important stuff to learn early on. Are any of them dead at all? Because, Jesus Christ, these bad guys need to die. Oh, look, Edar's back. Does this guy just never go down? Well, how is he getting back up exactly? Let's see. He's got to have some sort of special ability, right? Armor of Faith, constant recovery, fighting... There's so much... I can't even imagine doing this in a D&D setting where you have to do all these numbers manually. There's so much stuff happening right now. Knockdown, fighting spirit. That's just when endurance is low. That doesn't make him come back to life. Rapid recovery. I don't know. I'm not sure what's making him come back up. He keeps getting knocked down, but then just standing back up like it's no big deal. Anyway, let's try not to hurt my teammates anymore. We'll try to focus on single target attacks now. Anyway, Edar, who should I have you focus on? This Phantom's lower on hit points, so we'll focus on him if we can. Have everyone focus on this guy. I think this enemy over here is down, because I don't see anyone else there, so the wolf will also focus on that Phantom. The sooner we take out an enemy target, the sooner we have less incoming damage. Oh, my wolf's down. Right. I just gave my wolf that's not even in action anymore a command, like he's going to be able to follow it. Edar's low on endurance again. And Peril seems to just be missing non-stop, unfortunately.
Hey.
Edar, do you have any special abilities here? I don't know if I can do anything to help you right now. I can't even really buff my party. I can try to AoE these guys real quick. Let's see. This is my best chance right now, I think. Blammo! Oh, 8 and 17. Very effective. Alright, make sure our party is focused on the new target. We'll just try to outlast the damage that's coming at Edar right now. Can I do another arcane shot? I can. Let's do another AoE on this guy. Try to wipe him out. Are you casting? There we go. He just took another 10 damage or so. He's near death. So is Edar, unfortunately. Oh, he's near running out of endurance. Alright. I think we have him, though. We just need to focus a little bit longer. There we go. And taken out by a Peril arrow. Awesome. We succeeded. And no one's even in the red zone this time. Just yellow a bit unfortunately for Edar. I hope I'm playing this game right. I feel like I'm not doing terribly. It's just a lot to keep track of in some levels. And some characters go down surprisingly fast. Let's see here. Surroundings. Not a whole lot immediately obvious. Let's try going to stealth mode.
Quiet as a calm sea.
And in stealth mode we'll have our what's over here? It's a doorway. So you have to enter it to see what's there. Let's go double speed. I know there's a staircase leading somewhere else, meaning not this floor. Oh, freaky statue. Oh, Steward. As you come to the end of the Great Hall, you perceive an inviting warmth radiating from a grand throne wrought out of marble. Its masterful artistry, out of place amidst the castle's more practical stonework. The veiled face of a woman is carved above the throne's backing, watching over the room with hollow eyes. As you approach, you feel the warmth fluctuate, as though stirring. A voice rings out from the carving, permeating the fortress through stone and air.
Another watcher in Kadua, glowing very brightly indeed to these eyes. What strange happenstance.
Who's that speaking?
I'm sorry if I startled you. I'm afraid my manners have been slipping. I haven't had much opportunity for introductions lately. In any case, I assume you're here looking for Mayorwald.
Tell me more about Mayorwald.
He was a great man. He came here one day, young with long hair and polished armor, and he banished the dark things that had come to lurk in this place after centuries of neglect. He could see the beauty of this place, the way it had been, so he claimed it for his own when no one else would take it. We worked together to restore it. But he began to grow distant some time ago. He never told me why. He retreated deeper and deeper into the keep, never leaving, sending servants for food, hiding himself from my sight. The restoration stopped. Now, to look at the place, you'd never know the progress we'd made. In most places, it's worse than it ever was. And all I can do is watch it crumble around me.
Are you imprisoned in that throne?
Imprisoned? At times it feels that way, I suppose. But it's more that I reside here. The throne was brought up from the ruins, one of the first things they found. As a last favor to a dying woman, the Earl arranged for me to be moved into it. Audra is an accommodating vessel for a soul. Oh, it's not as confining as it seems. I can feel the whole keep from here, and all things that are tied to it. There's something about this throne and its construction. Or maybe it's something about this place.
So this person's dead, or a spirit, or something, and is inhabiting this throne via some form of possession. It's like a vessel for it, so that they can continue to exist. Any idea where I can find Mayorwald?
I can feel his presence faintly somewhere deeper inside the keep. But he uses his gifts to confound me, and my senses are dulled while he does so. I only wish I could know his mind.
So she doesn't know why he's hiding, does she? That's where our conversation ends, really. Okay, farewell.
Take care in your search. Many dangers lie in wait here.
I was kind of thinking that might lead to something else. Oh, okay. Oh. Doors are mysteriously opening. Alright, I'm looking at the pause options I have selected right now because I want to remove some of them because it's happening too much. So, let's... Oh wait. Auto pause when an enemy begins casting a spell. How about when an... See, it says enemy. Some of these things just aren't accurate. I want it to auto pause when my team stops casting a spell would be ideal. But it just says in general. I think I'm going to go ahead and uncheck that though, just because it's a little spammy how often it seems to pause. I'm going to make it, it's going to no longer pause at combat start also. Because it already pauses when an enemy is spotted, so it kind of just gets redundant. Pausing at low health is a good idea. Extraordinary defense. Auto-pause if a party member attacks with an enemy whose defense exceeds his or her accuracy by 50 points or more. That'll be good when I have more options, I think. But right now I don't think I necessarily have a lot of I don't think I have a lot of options for attacks with a lot of my characters yet. So the fact that a specific attack doesn't work won't exactly stop me from. I can't really switch to something else necessarily. So auto pause during fixed intervals. No, I'm gonna avoid that. And auto slow. I like the idea that it automatically goes to slow mode when we're in big crowded environment fights. Okay, so I think it's necessary to select the entire party again because we're gonna figure out what the hell's going on with this door that just that opened up right there. Let's see here. Organize ourselves to be facing forward with the group. Is this a doorway? Oh, this is still on the same floor, so we're gonna go to sneaky mode.
Be discreet.
Sure.
Take a little bit of a closer look, if we can, before something goes bad. Go to double speed mode. Oh.
There's my little soldier.
Huh.
Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and come help me shuck these peas.
As you draw nearer, the apparition in front of you resolves into an elven woman. Her stringy hair is tied back, and she tugs at a loose thread on her apron. There's a distant, hollow look in her eyes until she notices you. A frail smile descends like a veil over her face. Been out playing soldier again, have we? Go wash up and have me shuck these peas. Every now and then I'll read dialogue even though it's already been said out loud, just because if there's a whole paragraph to read through, I'm not going to just skip over it the way I do some of the minor details when there's voice acting. She turns from you long enough to produce a basket that, like her, is shimmering and semi-transparent. And no complaints. You've got to eat your vegetables if you want to grow up strong and be a real soldier one day. Just like we agreed, right? She watches you from the corner of her eye.
Soldiers are important people. They defend the weak and punish the wicked. You're too young to understand now, but there are lots of wicked people. People like the man who murdered your father.
She snaps off a shell with a torn fingernail. Remind me what happened to, my father.
Before you were born, the Glanfathans attacked settlers like us. They said we'd knocked over some of their special Adra rocks. That's why they call it the Broken Stone War. They got very angry, and so they came into our villages and killed many people. Your father was one of them.
A pod slips out of her grasp. She jabs the side of her finger with the jagged thumbnail. She says nothing as the skin slowly turns from white to red. He was one of the people the Glenfathans killed. That's what I said. Her voice is low and hoarse. Her hand is frozen over the basket. Something dark and empty clouds over her eyes. So is this my mother? Are we talking about my... Is this just someone's mother or my mother specifically? Because she's also an elf. And I'm responding to her like I know who she is, and she's even responding to me, it seems, instead of just being another vision. I think this might be my mother. We might be talking about what happened to my father, and this might be related to the unknown reasons for why I'm being pursued, according to the responses I gave during the first conversation at the beginning of the game.
That's why you'll be a soldier one day. To protect and to avenge. Why don't you go back out and play? I'll finish up here.
She stares at the trickle of blood on her finger. I don't know, I'm not sure what to make of that. On one level, the race matches up in a way that makes almost suggest that she could be my actual character's mother, but at the same time,
No problem.
I had to ask questions about, like, remind me what happened to my father again, which made me think, like, maybe my character was just playing along with what happened there. It's probably more likely that they were just playing along and that this isn't actually a thing. See, can I get anything else out of this statue character? The Watcher returns. Well, one of them at least. Have you had any luck finding Marigold? Nope. Take care in your search.
Take care in your...
Nothing else going on there. A little bit of debris. The gray and brown pelts of mice flit between the boards. So the fact that that door just mysteriously opened makes me think that that's probably our next objective. And going upstairs might just give me some more unnecessary fights, which I want to avoid, because, man, we are taking hits from these fights. By the way, if you're watching this and you see me making mistakes or whatever, or see how I can improve things, feel free to have your polite input about how to improve, because I am definitely open to criticism, because I'm new at this, and I'm not hiding that fact, of course, but if you have advice about how I can improve things, I'll definitely listen to it. Just don't be a dick about it, because this is... Whenever someone knows more about something, they're open to being a dick about it, usually. So... how much can I scroll my mouse? I can scroll a little bit down, a little to the left, a little bit up. So it's not a very big area, whatever it is.
I shall be quiet.
Let's try
as a calm sea, which is...
We have an ivory spinner. I assume that's a type of spider. Oh, there it is. And my character leveled up. Let's take care of that right now, because I could certainly use the upgrades, I think. More points in stealth would probably not hurt. Survival, let's see. Consumable duration. Mechanics. I'm thinking mechanics, athletics, and stealth. Probably. Let's see. Yep, nope, I can't afford to put another point into athletics. Can I save the point for later, or do I put one into the lore now? I'm going to see if I can save it for later. Let's see, so we gain more mechanics and stealth. The cost is going up, so I imagine pretty soon here I won't be able to level them up at all until I come back. Ranger abilities, we're getting new abilities. The Ranger gets into a steady and fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy, but increasing fire rate and reload time with ranged weapons and attack rate with melee weapons. This is a mode you just turn on, it's instant. 20% bonus to attack speed, 50% bonus to reload speed, -7 accuracy. Marked Prey designates a single target as prey, giving the Ranger and animal companion a damage bonus against that target. Once per encounter, target is marked for 30 seconds, and you get plus 20 damage. Wow. That's actually a lot of damage. That's probably going to be the go-to. I kind of regret getting my hobble ability a little bit. It was an obvious choice, because like playing like World of Warcraft as a solo hunter or something, like one of the first things that comes to mind is I need an ability that slows my opponents as they approach. But by and large, what I really need is an ability to incapacitate enemies completely, if I can, or do large amounts of damage to them, because they're going to wail on my other characters instead, and that's a bigger threat. So marking someone to do bonus damage is a decent target. Once I do Marked Prey, I'm going to want to make sure that my Ranger and his pet are attacking the same target all the time, because clearly it's a benefit that only they share. Predator's Sense heightens the predatory instincts of the Ranger's animal companion, giving them a damage bonus on any creature suffering damage over time effect. So if our target gets a damage over time effect, then it looks like my companion is going to get 50% damage bonus? Huh. Vicious Aim. By lowering attack and reload rate, so the opposite of the other one, the Ranger is able to take more careful aim, giving them increased accuracy and damage. So this one's a 20% reduction in speed for reloading and shooting, but it gets bonus accuracy and 20% bonus damage. That would probably be a flat increase in DPS. The thing about let's see. The thing about Marked Prey is you can only do it against a single target for 30 seconds for the fight, where Vicious Aim could be triggered for the entire fight. I think I like the idea of Vicious Aim even more than Swift Aim. Yeah, Swift Aim makes you inaccurate. This makes you more accurate and higher damage. And the reload and fire rate's not a significant reduction, so 20% slower but 20% stronger and more accurate should be an overall improvement in DPS, so I like the idea of this, especially since it's toggle, which means it's on all the time, and modes and passives and stuff like that are handy because I have such a big party to manage that that kind of stuff can be toggled and then left, which could also be very handy. So now that we finished leveling him up, let's go ahead and trigger Vicious Aim. And because we know the spider's here now, first of all, I'm fine for now. The enemy's been spotted, but
Not very quiet.
enemy's been spotted, has spotted me, but okay. Look at all these spiders. It's a good thing I have a nice stealth rank, huh? How good is my stealth? Let's see. Is it quantified in some way? I have a stealth of 4, but I don't. Does it quantify what that means in any way necessarily? I'm sure it's just a roll of some kind. Let's wander around a little bit. Is there a reason to come in? Oh my god, there's so many spiders. Oh god. Nope. Nope, I'm being detected. It's okay. That was close. That was very close. So that can go bad very quickly. Do I want to come down here is the question, or... Uh-oh. Well, I guess we're dealing with this now. Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm just gonna back off, because... Everyone attack a thing. This got bad fast. Kenna stops chanting March of Kamoa, because he's down. This is bad. We're just gonna have to start wailing on dudes at this point, because I went ahead and aggroed. Alright, Peril has destroyed a target. Focus on this one next. If we focus fire, we can hopefully take out individuals faster, giving us an advantage. The good news is we kind of are barricaded in here. Alright, we're about to lose Garrix here. Where is Peril exactly? Is he the one that's awkwardly over here? Peril, try to get in the back if you can. And target, okay. We're going to want to use our AoE characters. Okay, first of all, I forgot to do this immediately. Buff everyone's defense for damage reduction. We need that to keep ourselves alive. Can't use any spells right now, so we'll do Arcane Assault on this group. There we go. Get that AoE busy. There we go. Are you still casting it over there? Oh, he is still casting it. Garrix has been knocked out. Not ideal. Garrix seems impervious to damage, though. Yeah, his health is above 100% now. That's weird. Is that an Armor of Faith effect? Anyway, now that our characters use Armor of Faith, we'll use Holy Radiance to help out. This guy's still casting Arcane Assault, apparently. Let's just make sure that Peril is focusing on this Ivory Spinner. Let's try to hobble it, because that'll make it more vulnerable. There we go. Have we used our ranged attack yet? Please use that to make a big mess of these guys. Come on. Alright. Durance killed Spiderling. We're in a good position here. Things are improving. If I was properly set up, I could have done this fight better, probably, because I could have barricaded the front path by standing in front of it with tankier characters and not been caught off guard, because things went bad fast there. Alright, try to cast our AoE again if we can. Peril just destroy a target. Good. Please cast AoE again. Peril. Let's see. I just want to make sure everyone has a target right now. So we'll kill the front Spiderling. Tell Allah to AoE these people right here. Please cast your AoE. There we go. Look at all that death we're doing. Awesome. And we've only lost Kana so far. So we're not doing that bad there either. Another spear spider headed our way. Tell the party to attack this Spiderling because he's the one that's in direct line of sight still. Oh. That's bad. I've made myself vulnerable by letting Durance get approached. Let's see. Control Durance. What can I do as him? I can Blessing the group. I've already used Armor of Faith. Let's try to find something else. Prayer against fear. Meditation. Concentration and will versus accuracy and damage. Let's buff the accuracy and damage of the group. We need it right now. Or I'll get knocked out immediately. There's a black bar across my head. What does that mean? Has something bad happened to him? No, he's not. I don't think he's maimed, is he? Doesn't say he's been maimed, he's just been knocked out. Alright, party. Let's focus fire on the big guy. He's probably the bigger threat now. Not an ideal situation. Try to knock him down if we can. I have no particular spells I can use with my caster right now, unfortunately. Ranged character can try to hobble it. Hobble it, I believe, makes them... Let's see. It reduces... It's not just a speed thing, right? It reduces something else. And it's also damage over time, okay. Let's get busy. Please go down. Oh cool, he got knocked over. That was successful. That makes him... That should make him more vulnerable, I think. He's taking a damage over time now. Actually, our tank has really good endurance right now. Because he's recovering it faster than he's losing it for the most part. There we go. That guy's down. Focus back on the small spiderling, who's now down. Huh. Are my characters going to recover, or are we still going to be in this awkward... Oh cool, we recovered. The enemy's probably not actually dead, but I'll take this break at the very least. Any more? Let's see. What does this thing say? Silver trail of slugs gleam inside the barrels. Let's see. Endurance has some kind of status effect where I think his maximum endurance has been reduced. Yeah, it says 38 out of 56, and he's healed up to that point. There's a bar across it, so I think his endurance can't recover all the way now. Anyway, looks like Alath has leveled up, so let's try to take care. Oops, I have to click on the plus sign itself, don't I? So we're gonna learn more about this character that we haven't really spent time with. I assume lore is the thing to level up with this character. That's probably his primary specialty. So we'll give him a bit more of lore. That'll give him more ability to activate scrolls and use lore-related conversations. What else do I want to give him? Survival's not a bad idea. Just to put a basic point into survival and mechanics. Those are both useful to have on some capacity. And we have an ungodly long list of things we can look through here. Okay. I'm scared. Oh, some of these are spells that I've seen before, like Fetid Caress. So some of these I probably don't want to learn this way, because I can learn them from the book we already have, just using some money. Here's a new one. Bulwark against the elements creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with bonuses to burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage reductions. So reduction to all element damage. That's not a terrible thing, but depending on the context. Oh wait, these are all level 2 spells. I can also pick level 1 spells. Oh. Probably want to go for level 2 spells though, just because I don't have any right now. And that should give me a new category that I can spend. Infused with Vital Essence. Infuses the caster with Vitality, giving them a temporary increase in current and maximum endurance. Plus 50 maximum endurance and health for about a minute. It's only a self-cast, though. It's not a ranged spell. Good for keeping the wizard alive, but I kind of would want to give it to a tank-type character to keep them going. Mirrored Image. Creates duplicates of the caster to distract enemies, granting a high deflection bonus, which is reduced with each hit taken. Let's see. 20% deflection until damaged. That could be handy to keep him just alive, but also some handy... It also wouldn't hurt to have some offensive abilities. Curse of Blackened Sight. Shrouds the target's vision in total darkness, blinding them. So it's a blinding spell. Range of 10 meters, 2 meter AoE, blind for 26 seconds. Okay. Might not be a terrible idea to be able to blind an opponent for a number of reasons. Shit. I'm learning a number of spells here. We have to be careful. When I click on one, it gets selected. So I have to be careful. Let's carefully check if I've clicked anything else. No? Alright, just making sure that my starting point was this many. What's Eldritch Aim? You have to click on it to even look at it. That's kind of awkward. Grants the caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period. Only self-cast, though. That's another thing that would be handy to give someone else. Fleet-footed, bonus to movement speed and defense when disengaging. Let's see. I'm pretty full up on level 1 spells, so I don't think I need to make that more crowded. Let's look for something to do around here. Kunselhaut's Corrosive Siphon. Eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting that essence into endurance for the caster. So 33.3 corrosive damage as endurance over 13 seconds. And it'll give me endurance healing back. Not a terrible thing. Merciless Gaze. The caster becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as though they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a critical hit. 15% chance of hits being converted into crits for about a minute. Once again, it would be good if I was an offensive-focused character. So let's focus on defensive skills. Let's go for. I think I want to go for that. The blinding ability. That'll be handy. And mirrored image could keep me alive when needed, which is not a terrible idea. Miasma of dull-mindedness. A cloud of heavy fog settles into the minds of those in the area of effect, dulling senses and wits. Inflicts penalties on perception, intellect, and resolve. This is a ray spell. Ray of Fire creates a scorching ray of flame between the caster and target, inflicting continual burn damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Fairly high, actually not very high fire damage, but it would be handy to have an offensive spell. I'm going to go with blind into my fire attack. I'm just going to have to be careful how I aim it so I don't hit allies with it. And hopefully it'll actually hit the enemy too, because I've had a lot of trouble hitting enemies so far. Alright, here we go. That's my first time getting the level of character so far. Granted, I haven't had anyone for a very long time yet. My whole first party died pretty quickly. So, I'm going to try to establish our basic formation here before I continue, but I'm going to try to stealth as Peril again. Get an idea of how many guys are left really quick. Let's see here. There's an ivory spiderling around the corner here. Let's double speed real quick. There's a spear spiderling. No one's noticing me yet. Nothing in here. That room's empty too. So we cleared out a lot of this opening area because they all aggroed at once. And are they about to notice me? They're probably going to notice me if I go any closer. Alright, so really the best approach is probably to select the whole party and just prepare to approach as a group.
Sure.
So we're probably going to start... Oh, let's get out of fast mode real quick. Go to slow mode, actually. Alright, so... Yep, here they come. So, whole party, wreck that guy's shit. Lols. Well, he went down fast. Continue to the next target. There we go. Anyone else going to aggro in all sort of way? If I can be ready for them, we're set. What's this happening right here? Oh, this is Kana doing chanting abilities. Okay. Alright, guys. You gonna notice us? You gonna notice us? Alright, well, we noticed you. So, have fun. Oh, here comes more bad guys. Turn around, everybody. There's a surprise. This is terrible micromanaging. I'm just clicking on the entire party and saying, hit things. Here, you guys hit this guy because he's right in front of you. You... Aloth should back off, actually. Wolf, you keep focusing on the spider you're already fighting. It's right in front of you. And you two focus... Oh, this one's dead. Okay. You guys focus on this one that's coming up front. There we go.
Yeah.
And you're thankfully already in... Okay. Is the one in the back approaching right now? I don't think it is. Alright. Yeah, we're in an alright position right now. Let's see. Target destroyed for Garrix. Let's everyone focus on this guy then. Wrecking shit. Alright, success. Alright. Next one's gonna aggro yet? Not yet.
Got it.
Alright. Well, we'll be ready for you. I'm gonna take a brief moment to review my formations here. I think I want to put my... Yeah. Let's move my, my spellcaster to my ranger to the back. I think he's a little too close to the front lately. This seems like it'd be a better layout here. So we'll go ahead and click that just to confirm that I'm using it. And there we go. Yeah, that's a good layout. That's a better spread between our ranged characters that we're trying to keep alive. Wow, Kana's chanting things non-stop. That seems to be handy. Everyone's getting different benefits. Okay. Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? Gonna wreck your shit now? Well, that was... Oh. Kana's low on health. I thought that was the enemy getting destroyed. Oh, well, the enemy got destroyed. And Kana's gonna persist. Yeah, it was just bad because both of them aggroed on Kana first. I think we're doing okay.
New orders, Lieutenant. Ready your squad.
Any follow-up for this guy? Guess I must have to approach with my character that I can see them. Here, before I talk, go into stealth mode. Just make sure no one else is around. This room looks empty, and that's a new floor. I guess we must be safe. I just didn't want to get surprised by a spider. We're probably going to camp here, because two characters are pretty hurt right now. A spectral man, arrayed in armor and an officer's cloak, studies a single sheet of paper. You can see straight through it to the ducal and Aldir insignias on his breastplate. He seems to read over the page several times before looking up at you. When he does, his expression is unreadable.
There's been a change of plans. Take your squad and march south all the way to the bow in the river. Bring a wagon team and a dozen barrels of pitch.
His voice falters, and he shakes his head. The hand holding the paper drops to his side. Tell me about the orders.
The instructions come from Admet Hadred himself, which means they might as well have come from the Duke. We're to burn those hut dwellers out. Set fire to the deerwood so they've nowhere to retreat. Cut them down when they come out, or let them blaze if they won't.
A ghostly sigh forms a mist in front of his lips.
It'll make this even shorter than the broken stone war, all right. And we can only hope it'll discourage future conflicts. I know this is personal for you. It is for many of us. But understand, we're doing this to end this war, not to continue the last one. Remember that we're flushing out the enemy, not burning villages for sport. Bareth will have his work cut out for him tonight.
More and more visions of what happened here and why everyone's dead and gone. So, in that aftermath of that fight, everyone else leveled up, so that's good. It's time to follow up on some of this. So we can level up our melee fighter, whose head is unfortunately looks like it's clipping through his helmet. That's too bad. He's currently very high on athletics, and that's probably the best for him. Let's do athletics and survival. And probably let the remaining points wait for now. Don't necessarily need to increase anything else. A little lore won't hurt, I suppose. What are his skills here? Defender. The fighter adopts a more conservative combat strategy, concentrating on defending incoming attacks. The fighter receives a bonus to deflection and increases his or her numbers of engagement targets to 3, but at the expense of attack rate. So, 20% slower attack speed, but he engages more enemies. He increases it by 2. If he's going to be engaging enemies, that means he's got better... It's the closest thing to aggro, really, because it means that when they try to escape, bad things can happen. So that's a good defensive thing, and it might be the best thing for him, since that's the role he's currently filling. Confident aim steadies the fighter's arm, causing a percentage of their grazes to be converted to hits, and increasing the minimum damage for melee attacks. So grazes happen when you just barely hit somebody and you do less. It's less effective. So this makes some 20% of his grazes become full-on hits, meaning more damage. Also gives a bonus to minimum damage by 20%. So just that's the more damaging. That's the more accurate damaging mode. Discipline barrage. The fighter intensely focuses on his training, significantly raising accuracy for a short amount of time. So this is instant, but it's once per encounter, temporary. 17 seconds of plus 10 accuracy, as opposed to like a pass. Oh, this is passive. Oh, cool. Confident. So I was looking at these. The first one was a modal, so I assumed the other ones were going to be. It's not. This one's the confident aim that turns grazes into hits is actually a passive, so that'd be a great thing to get, but I probably want to get Defender first and get that one next level, because Defender will make me engage in more targets, which will be better for keeping the group alive as a whole. But let's check out Guardian Stance also, because that could be that sounds almost similar. The fighter devotes all his or her energy in defending allies, lowering accuracy but increases the deflection of nearby allies. Friendly aura. Oh, it's reduced accuracy though. So, friendly aura of 10 deflection, but minus 10 accuracy for the whole group. Huh. I'm torn here. Defender giving you more engaged targets with no negatives, except a slightly decreased attack speed is nice. Do I want to make all of my allies less Do I want to make all of my allies less accurate but have better deflection? I don't know. The other characters... This might be the best way to go, actually. The other characters in melee range are all having trouble surviving, so this, making everyone have better deflection, could be a good move. To review, deflection is the defense used to resist direct melee and ranged attacks against the character that are not AoEs. This is defined by the character... blah, 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 and being... Yeah, the part where the stat comes from is not the important part of that. So, yeah. I think I'm going to do Guardian Stance. Make the party as a whole more hardy is probably what we need, because we're taking some hits out there. So that's one character leveled up. Let's go ahead and pick him and toggle that on. There we go. Combat only. Fighter devotes all of his energy into defending allies. Awesome. So, next we have Durance, our priest that does fire spells. We're going to have to investigate what it's like, what it means to be whoever he is, a Magron priest. Because we need to learn about Magron, so if we're going to figure out what exactly his thing means. Because he needs to have... Wait, never mind. I was thinking he needs to take actions that align with his character alignment if he's going to become the proper power level, but like if he's going to be in line with his character, but I assume he's going to make character decisions that match his character, because I'm not him, so I'm not picking his dialogue options, for example. Anyway, let's level him up. Looks like he has an emphasis on mechanics. Interesting. Oh, look at his lore. He can have crazy lore. Like the point of his character practically is to have crazy secrets that no one else knows. So spamming him some lore right away is not a bad idea. Look at that though. Currently no points are in that stat. So, and it's already 4. So he has a +3. That's crazy. And now he'll be able to use level 3 scrolls and be all around badass in that field. That's it? Oh my god, look at his hair. he looks like his head's too tall for his body or something, because his hair is weirdly long looking. Prague instill doubt. Iconic projection, holy power. Combat only creates a zone of divine favor, increasing the might and resolve of allies in the area. He's just unlocking all these abilities at once. Wow. This is going to be a lot to get through to keep track of. Suppress affliction. Stifles detrimental conditions through sheer force of will, temporarily suspending hostile status effects on allies in the area of effect. So you just put a few skill points in and then you're done leveling them up. You just have to try to figure out what all those freaking abilities are. There it is, 2nd level priest spells. Oh man.
How may I help?
And just like that I have 2nd level wizard spells too. I have a lot of shit to keep track of. Spellcasters are scary and complicated. Kana. Oh, interesting. When I leveled up my priest, he exited yellow zone, probably because of getting more maximum hit points. I can't take him seriously. I wish that turban looked anything different from how it does right now, because the way it looks like right now, especially with his face scars, the way they're similar color at this angle, it looks like he just has a really comical like 40s housewife hair or something. You're a pretty girl, but no, oh, look who also has lore. It makes sense for this character to have a lore stat too, because he's an explorer. I may be over-investing in this stat from a party perspective, but it makes sense from character perspectives to give them this kind of thing. I could give him, I think athletics and survivals are good things, just to help us out in just from a general perspective. So what's my new? These are new phrases I can learn apparently. Okay. All chanters can continuously speak chants made up of magical phrases. Phrases produce passive effects and can build a chanter's power until they can use an invocation. Dull the edge, blunt the point. Reduces slashing and piercing damage of enemies in the area of effect. Reducing incoming damage would be handy. Thick grew their tongues, stumbling over words. Reduces concentration of enemies. Okay. Come soft winds of death. Drains a portion of endurance from all enemies in the area of effect. Wow. So for 4 seconds, let's see, minus 4.7 endurance over the course of 8.4 seconds. That's less than 1 endurance per second, though. Oh wait, by over 8.4 seconds, do they mean every second? Because it says base of 6 seconds. Doing the same amount of endurance damage for less over a longer period of time would be worse, unless they mean that it's happening every second for that long. Huh. I kind of like the idea of increasing incoming damage, but also doing it Doing damage to the enemies is also effective because that means it's less incoming damage. So I think I'm going to go with the Soft Winds of Death. Sometimes a good offense is a good defense. Let's see. Do I trigger those on manually, or does he just say whatever he feels like? I can't really even act. Oh, do I go from here? Oh. Let's see here. Chanters spend most of their time in combat speaking chants. Chants are arranged strings of magical phrases that produce different effects. As one phrase ends, its effects will linger, overlapping with the effects of the next phrase. When a chant reaches the end of the final phrase, it will loop back to the beginning. Careful arrangement of phrases can produce a powerful sequence of passive effects. Alright, so there you can see as one... Oops, click on a chant to select it. Phrase is clicked on the left panel will be added to the chant on the right. If you wish to remove a phrase, click on the phrase in the chant. So how much could you add them? Okay. That may have overdone it there while checking. Hang on a second. There we go. So they can loop around in an order that I want them. So let's make sure I want all of these active. Friendly aura, plus 10 fortitude and will for allies. Emboldens allies in the area for effect, giving them bonus to fortitude and will. Probably handy. Increases the movement rate and reflex of all area allies. That's an AoE dodge and movement speed increase. And this one is a damage on enemies. This is probably a decent setup, actually. And I like the fact that it starts with the ability that buffs our allies. Yeah, well, they both buff our allies, but one of them is a little more effective from a defensive standpoint. I think I'm gonna stick with the current setup, and I don't know a lot of ways to strategize from this perspective, so it's probably the way to go. But now that we've added the death thing, we'll see how that goes. And then once he chants all three of those things, he could then summon skeletons, for example. Let's see, 3 phrases chanted. Is each of these individually a phrase, or is the whole string a phrase? I assume each individual one's a phrase, because that's what phrase means generally. Is it's a segment of the sentence of the overall thing. I need to be more reliable about that character, because I'm sure that he's chanting stuff and I'm not using his invocation better as well as I should. I think, yeah, this number next to him, that 0, I have to keep an eye on it, because if that gets to a higher number, I probably want to take care of it. So, I'm in a conundrum here. I don't know how much longer this dungeon is, and I should camp at some point to recover. We're less than half health, so I'm inclined to try to camp, but I don't know if it's time yet. I might risk like one more fight, just because I don't know how much longer this area could be, and if I camp too early, we're in trouble. We're absolutely in the darkest dungeon conundrum. What I'll do is I'm going to save game, which I have not been doing enough, by the way. That's my problem. I'm not saving as much as I should. Hopefully we won't get our ass kicked right now. That's not a promising looking image. That looks scary.